Welcome to the new session of content writing workshop. प्रशांत ही चला गया विशाखा.
Sir, here.
Came back. Cool. So we begin our session for tonight. Let me quickly present my screen. Perfect. So this is the day 7 or session 7 of the content writing workshop. My voice is audible, right? And my video is visible properly. Is it lagging?
No, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. Just having a bad hair day, so I'm wearing my cap. We know the rules now, and I see not a lot of rules are being followed, but it's okay. This is what we'll be covering up today. Since we now know what brand identity audience means, and we've talked about audience segmentations and how things are turned around audience. So, were you able to do the task, Prashant? Okay. No worries. So that's for you. I mean, you should do it. Now, what's a tagline? What is a tagline? We'll get to know about it. What is a baseline? We'll also cover that. Why tagline matters, different types of taglines, and how we craft a tagline, basically. We'll look into it and we'll put it to test as well. Tell me, what are these? Yeah. Any guesses, Prashant?
तो अब है ना उसमें सोमेश यादव एम्प्लॉय
Sketches, yeah. What else? These are all creative adaptations, if you see. These are all emotions, these are all expressions. You can just look at the sketches and tell what this sketch is about, right? You don't have to say much. And that's what from one of the batches we got to get here. So usually these are the presentations, the representations of you. These are your imaginations. These are your thoughts. These are your perspectives. Part of you. Now, what's a tagline? Tagline is basically a content, a copy, or a written line placed next to the brand so that it makes the space in the mind of the audience for the brand. We all know this, right? Nike, just do it. This gets us the space into our mind. Nike is the brand, yes, but why should I remember it? It's because it gets me an idea. Okay, just do it. It is giving me the enforcement, giving me the power. See, all these are taglines. Nike, just do it. Target, expect more, pay less. Porsche, there is no substitute. Mercedes, the best or nothing. McDonald's, I'm loving it. LG, life's good. These are all representation of the brand's ideology. All these are taglines. Now, uh, advertising previously was a small system, but now it's all multiverse. It's a metaverse now. And in the metaverse of advertising, a tagline represents a brand's value and position. It is important for the person to quickly understand what your brand stands for. And that's where the tagline helps us. Brand positioning, which is an important thing. And this again is being written while keeping the target audience in mind. Make sense, Prashant? Perfect. Now, which brand's tagline is this? And why do they say so? Who says this? Yes. Why do you think Apple wants to say this? It's very unique, okay? Somewhere very close. Yeah. We say it, right? No, Aisha, you don't get it. This time it's different. This different is something new. One way to say it is unique. So that's why Apple says different. Different means better than others. Not just unique, but it is better than unique. Not just good, but it is better than it's better than the best of the best. And that's the power of tagline. It quickly empowers your brand and makes you fit into the mind of people. Why is it that you are trying all the things that you're trying? Now, what is baseline? Do you have any idea, Prashant? What is a baseline? Baseline is basically tagline. In British standards, the tagline is called baseline, and वाइस वर्सा, और इंडियन लैंग्वेज में उसको बोलते हैं एक छोटी सी मस्त सी लाइन लिख दो, जिसके पीछे क्या जाता है हम अब समझेंगे. But what does the tagline matter? Why does it matter? And where does it comes? It plays a role for us. Muggles, witches, wizards, us, we all use it. And guess where we use our taglines? Our taglines, we use it. We use it on LinkedIn. Under our name, there is a small line, right? That is our taglines. And as per brands, it helps the brands to differentiate in the pool of the brands in similar niche. And it also gives the vision and their take on a particular subject. So there are a lot many reasons why tagline is important for a brand. A lot varies. Now there are types of taglines, and these taglines are very, very diverse in their own roles. But first, we'll understand what brand positioning means. The way brand portray themselves in the market and in the minds of customer is what brand positioning is. Now, if you and me, we go to a networking event, let's say, and I want to present myself as a serious one, while you want to be the quirky and the witty one. And if we have this aim in our mind, we immediately will start conversing in certain manners. So that is what brand positioning means. It is a defining intersection. This intersection, you can take the screenshot. This quadrant, basically, we write what consumers want. This quadrant, we write what the competitors' best moves are. And this, our brand superpower. And this intersection is a powerful intersection. We will decode what all these intersection means. What customers want and what competitors' best move is. If you position yourself in this area, in this intersection, it is a very bad position. Brand superpower and competitors' best move. Our brand superpower and the brand's competitors' best move. If we position in between them in that intersection, we should not do it at all, because it will be giving them more of a chance than us to be in the market. Then what do? We do these two things. This, where customers want brand superpower and your competitors' best move, if this is the place where you position yourself, this is a very good to be too good to be too short. Why? Because this requires a lot of money. Why? Because this is the most populous spot. And this is the most obvious thing. So to build your position in that way, you'll have to reach to masses in a way like never before. So you'll have to spend a lot here. But here is the sweet spot where your consumers' needs and your superpowers are being met. This is the sweet spot we should look for. Now, Heads Up for Tails is a brand, and we can understand this brand, um, and we'll understand their brand identity. Okay. This is a pet brand oriented brand. What the brand does is it offers a complete range of everything a pet needs. So, from dogs, cats, parrots to lovebirds, everything that you want, Heads Up for Tails provides it. Paws and collars, Super Tails, Paws in India are its competitors, and current tagline for Heads Up for Tails is food, treats, and more. What's good about it is letting consumers know what the purpose of it. Heads Up for Tails is. It's a very straightforward and a descriptive tagline. What is not great is it does not sets apart Heads Up from of Tails from their competitors, and it does not show up their best move as well. So it is generic. Now, according to this, you see what consumers want. Consumers want a convenient all-in-one destination where they can find everything pet needs. What your competitors' best move is. Competitors effectively offer this convenience by providing a comprehensive range of product in one place. What Heads Up for Tails does best is they stand out by truly delivering a complete end-to-end solution for every aspect of pet care, fulfilling all the pet needs from A to Z: medicine, food, shelter, anything that you want. Heads Up for Tails has got your back. Now, you remember these places, the red area, the green area where we need to be, and this is too good to be true spot. Now, if we position ourselves here, our tagline would be the most affordable all-in-one pet store, which is again not something Heads Up for Tails present itself. Here, at last, a store just for birds. It is true, there is the whole section about birds. This too good to be true. You can write everything your pet needs under one roof. But this is too good to be true. Here, the green area, you read it, it says making pet parenting hassle free. Hats up for Tails, making pet parenting hassle free. You're positioning according to your customer's requirement. You're positioning your superpower here. And it is a spot where both of you will be happy. And this sets you apart from the competitor as well. So this is a concept, when you present a tagline, the concept presentation also is important, because this concept gives the sets the mood, sets the tone, and gives the understanding to the brand, to the people in position, for them to understand why is it that you've returned something. And it looks something like this. You can take a screenshot and read it out later. Now, all of these reasons combined, which we just shared, are the reason they help the brand uniquely position themselves. And taglines are very important when we we look at building brands and not just company. There are a lot of different taglines, different types of taglines. We'll cover that. First is descriptive type of tagline, where you describes your brand's unique promise. Indigo, for example, says on time, all time. It is describing the promise of or positioning of the brand. There is imperative type of tagline, which typically includes a verb urging immediate consumer action and creating that there is a sense of urgency. And Nike is an example of it. Nike swoosh and just do it. These two things are very much imperative and distinct to any other brand. There's provocative type of taglines, and these taglines often ask questions to us. They prompt consumers to consider improving their lives in the same way. They subtly challenge the status quo as well. And close up is the example I could think of. क्या आप close up करते हैं? Have you heard that ad anytime? Great. Then there is a specific type of tagline where you specify and you emphasize the focus of business. You convey clear and targeted message to your audience. Like HSBC says, the world's local bank. It is emphasizing the focus of the business that it is being a bank and conveying a clear message that it is world's local bank. You will find it everywhere and anywhere. Then comes superlative. This type of tagline positions the brand as the best by incorporating powerful adjectives that elevate its status. And Porsche stands out with this. Porsche, there is no substitute. That's the power of, when you read it, there's no substitute. You're immediately, um, you tend to surrender to this thought, that is there no substitute? And that is what tagline means. So we are into an evolving, we are evolving species, and right now we are into the, fastest evolvement phase, I think. And with us, the advertising world also gets evolved every time. And at times, these taglines are not just ticking off the box now. They can be superlative and imperative. They might be descriptive and aggressive. They There is no fixed format now. It's a jumbled up and a lot of different ideas. For example, Tata Sky. इसको लगा डाला तो लाइफ जिंगा लाला. Now it is describing the business as well, and it is being like HSBC as well. इसको लगा डाला तो लाइफ जिंगा लाला. Asian Paints हर घर कुछ कहता है. They're getting to superlative. They are also coming to the part where we used the verb, and दाग अच्छे हैं. Surf Excel दाग अच्छे. It is not just one box that it takes. It takes couple of boxes and even sometimes more than couple of boxes. So in these evolved times of advertising, the process and the format have made another route. And this route is of insight. Now you find insight, you hunt insight, and then you find the ideal length of it. What do you think, Prashant, is an ideal length for a tagline? कुछ भी गेस ले लो, कितने वर्ड्स का होना चाहिए, कितने बड़ा होना चाहिए. Okay, 10 to 15 words. There is no specific answer now. In these evolved times and in any time before that, there is no such ideal length. It can be 4 words, 5 words, 2 words, 10 words, 15 words, a line, but it should strategically position the brand and deliver its message. It should be that strategic. I'll give you some examples. American Express. Don't live life without it. Thumbs up. Taste the thunder. Coca-Cola. Open happiness. Now you see 5, 3, 2. These were the different words that came in. Dollar Shave Club. Shave time, shave money. Mastercard. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's Mastercard. Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. You see the diversification of taglines, the length of it. It should be, again, it should be strategically positioned to deliver the brand's message. Perfect. Now, how do we write a tagline? There's a 5-step recipe to write a tagline. First, you gather the essentials. You gather what you are offering, you gather the target audience, and you find the USP why your brand should be chosen over the other brands. Go ask, be there. Third, you start thinking of how you want it to taste. You have to see um, that there is only one bite for the target audience to understand what you are going to say. And you have to write in that way. You have to give the impression in that way because the first impression is the last impression. So start thinking of how you want to taste it. Do you want it to be um, rhymy? Do you want it to be straightforward? Do you want it to be long? Do you think it is something which can have a mixture of English and Hindi? For the after the first step, you will have an idea, and you will now start to think of how you want to approach this thing, how you are going to write it. Then you observe the brand tone. Every brand has a tone that it talks in, unless it's a new brand. Still, it will have a tone because you will develop it. So, in that way, you have to communicate to the audience in the brand's tone. So, observe how the brand is talking on different platforms, what it is that they are giving out to people. Observe. Fourth, if you've got to this far without losing yourself, welcome. And now this is the time you let it all soak in. You've marinated all the thoughts. You just let it soak before you cook it. Go out, read book, shout out loud in the garden, go for a walk, anything. Take a break. Let your subconscious mind do the work, and your conscious mind do something else. The last step is you start plating. Now, after all this cooking, marinating, and let it settle, your word comes down to reality. Write random lines, whatever is coming to your mind. Write them all. Right? You can start with your first five thoughts and then rewrite the five and go deep with selected ideas. After five, six, seven taglines that you've written, choose few, go deeper into them, find out different ideas, and you hit those ideas again. So now this is the time to get our hands dirty. Hamleys, you know Hamleys? You don't know Hamleys, Prashant? Anyway, so Hamleys is a toy brand. It has a lot of toys. You can search it up on internet. And you uploaded the certificate that Yuva gave you after after completing the course on LinkedIn, and Hamley's head of marketing was so intrigued by kind of work you've done and the course that you did that they reached out to you, and now they want your best work with a tagline for Hamleys. The twist is you have 10 minutes. Usually I do it live, but I see you are very busy. So I don't know if you will be able to take it live or not. I can give you this as a homework. What would you want to do, Prashant? Now or homework? Okay, then take it as homework and share it on either Instagram or LinkedIn or WhatsApp, wherever it is feasible for you. You can unusual Harsh is my username on every platform. Okay, Prashant, done. Anything that you want to ask up to this point? because this is the end of the line for this session. I hope you enjoyed this session, Prashant, and you might got now an idea about how the brands react on taglines, how you think of a tagline, and how it is not just a choti si line to criticize about. So go out, write the tagline for Hamleys, and all the best. I'll meet you in the next session. Bye.